My name is Sapphire. I am 34 years old. I am not a loud woman. I do not scream. I do not throw things. I am quiet. I am organized. I am a perfectionist. I love my husband very much. His name is Timothy. He is 38 years old. We married 3 years ago. Love is not just words. Love is not just kisses. Love is details. Love is safety. Love is knowing everything. Love is protecting what is mine. Our house is perfect. I clean it every day. There is no dust. There is no mess. Everything has its place. The books are on the shelf. The shoes are in the closet. The dishes are in the cupboard. And my husband, he has his place too. I wake up at 5 in the morning. Timothy still sleeps. I go downstairs to the kitchen. I make his breakfast. I choose his clothes for the day. I iron his shirts. They must be perfectly flat, no lines, no wrinkles. I put his vitamins on the table. 1 vitamin C, 1 vitamin D, 1 fish oil pill, the exact dosage, the exact number. Everything must be right. When Timothy wakes up, everything is ready for him. His coffee is hot. His shirt is clean. His shoes are by the door. At first, Timothy loved this. He smiled every morning. He said, "I am a lucky man." He kissed me and said thank you. His old girlfriends were not like me. They were careless. They were lazy. They did not take care of him, but I do. I take care of everything. I ask him questions every day. Simple questions. Important questions. What did you eat for lunch? I ask. Who did you talk to at work? I ask. What are you thinking about? I ask. I call this sharing. Sharing is good for marriage. Sharing brings us close. We share everything. We have no secrets. But sometimes Timothy looks tired. He answers my questions slowly. I ate a sandwich, he says. I talked to my boss, he says. I am not thinking about anything, he says. I do not believe the last answer. Everyone thinks about something. So I ask again, tell me, what is on your mind? He sighs. But he tells me. He always tells me, because I need to know. I need to know everything. I keep a small notebook. I write down his schedule. Monday, office meeting at 9. Tuesday, lunch with client at noon. Wednesday, dentist at 3. I check the notebook every day. I check the time. If he is late, I call him. Where are you? I ask. Are you okay? I ask. Or he says, the meeting ran long. I feel better when I know. I feel safe. Knowledge is safety. Some people do not understand. My sister says, you worry too much. My mother says, give him space, but they do not know. The world is dangerous. People are dangerous. Women are dangerous. They smile at my husband. They talk to him. They want to take him away. I must protect him. I must protect us. I must protect our home. So I watch. I listen. I remember everything. Timothy comes home at 6 every evening. I wait for him by the door. How was your day? I ask. He tells me. He tells me about work. He tells me about his boss. He tells me about his lunch. I listen very carefully. I remember every word. I compare it to what he said before. I check for changes. I check for lies. Did you see anyone new? I ask. Did anyone call you? I ask. Sometimes he looks confused. Why do you ask? He says. I just want to know. I say. I love you. I care about you. This is true. I do love him. I love him so much it hurts. I love him so much I cannot breathe sometimes. At night, we sit together on the sofa. I hold his hand. His hand is warm. Mine is cold. I hold it tight, very tight. I love you, I say. You love me too, right? Yes, he says. I love you. You will never leave me, right? I ask. No, he says. I will never leave. But I see something in his eyes, something small, something I do not like. He looks away when he answers. Maybe he is tired. Maybe work was hard today. Maybe it is nothing, but maybe it is something. Maybe there is a secret. Maybe there is someone. Because love is details. Love is safety. Love is control. And I control everything in this house. Everything. Including him. This is how I show my love. This is how I keep us safe. This is how I protect what is mine. Timothy does not understand yet, but one day he will. One day he will see. I do all of this for him, for us, for our love. The house is warm. The lights are soft. Everything is perfect. But sometimes, late at night, I feel something strange. The warmth feels tight. The soft lights feel dark. The perfect house feels small. I push the feeling away. I tell myself it is nothing. I tell myself everything is fine. I hold Timothy's hand tighter. I breathe his air. I watch his face. He is mine. He will always be mine. I will make sure of that. Everything changed on a Tuesday night. Timothy called me at 5 in the afternoon. I will be late tonight, he said. The guys want to go for drinks after work. My heart stopped. The guys, drinks, after work. Who are the guys? I asked. My voice was calm. Very calm. Just Tom and Mike, he said. We worked hard this week. We want to relax a bit. Tom and Mike. I knew them. They were married men, safe men. This should be fine, but it was not fine. Okay, I said. Have fun. I said the right words, but inside I felt cold, cold and afraid. I walked to the kitchen. I looked at the dinner I prepared, chicken with rice, his favorite meal. I made it specially for him. Now he would not eat it. He chose beer over my food. He chose his friends over me. I did not cry. I did not scream. I did something else. I took out the nice plates, the white ones with gold edges. I set the table beautifully. I put flowers in a vase. I cooked more food. I made salad. I made soup. I made dessert. Everything perfect. Everything special. Then I turned off all the lights. I sat in the dark. I waited. Timothy came home at 9, 3 hours late. He opened the door. He saw me sitting there in the dark. Sapphire, he said. He turned on the light. He saw the table, the candles, the cold food, everything I made for him. I waited. I said. My voice was soft, very soft. The food is cold now, but I am happy you had fun. His face changed. He looked sick. I am sorry, he said. It is okay, I said. I smiled. A small, sad smile. You needed time with your friends, I understand. But I did not understand. I did not understand at all. Timothy sat down. He looked at the cold food. He looked at me. I am really sorry, he said again. I said nothing. I just looked at him. That night, Timothy could not sleep well. I heard him turn in bed many times. I knew he felt bad. Good. He should feel bad. The next week, his friend Tom called. Want to watch the game on Friday? Tom asked. Timothy looked at me. I did not say anything. I just looked at him. A long look, a quiet look. I have plans with my wife. We did not have plans. But Timothy made an excuse. He stayed home with me. He chose me. I was happy. I won. After that, I learned something important. I did not need to shout. I did not need to forbid. I just needed to make him feel guilty. So I started to use new methods. When it rained, I called him. It is raining very hard, I said. The roads are dangerous. Can you come home early? He came home early. When he planned to go to the gym, I said, I feel a bit dizzy today. Can you stay with me? He stayed. When he talked on the phone too long, I looked at him, just looked. He ended the call quickly. I told myself I was not jealous. I was not controlling. I was just worried. I was just protecting him. The world outside was dangerous. People were dangerous. They wanted to take him away from me. Bars were full of women. Gyms were full of women. Even the supermarket was full of women. They all looked at him. They all smiled at him. I saw how women looked at my husband. He was handsome. He was kind. He had a good job. They wanted him. So I needed to keep him close. I needed to keep him safe. I needed to keep him home. Home was safe. Home was ours. Home was where I could see him, where I could protect him. Timothy started to change. He stopped making plans with friends. He stopped going to the gym. He came straight home after work every day. He sat with me every evening. We watched TV together. We ate dinner together. We went to bed together. He was always with me, always. Some days, I saw sadness in his eyes, but I ignored it. Sadness was better than leaving. Sadness was better than betrayal. I loved him. I loved him so much. Too much. So much it burned inside me like fire. And fire needs air to burn. So I took all his air. I breathed it myself. I left nothing for him, but I did not see this. I did not understand this. I only saw love. I only saw protection. I only saw safety. My sister called me one day. You look tired, she said. Timothy and I are very close now. We do everything together. That is nice, she said. But her voice was strange, like she did not believe me. I stopped talking to my sister after that. She did not understand. Nobody understood. Only I understood what Timothy needed. Only I could protect him. Only I could love him right. So I held on tighter. I watched more carefully. I asked more questions. I made sure he stayed close. The velvet rope around him became tighter and tighter, but he did not notice yet. Or maybe he noticed but said nothing. Either way, he was mine. He stayed home. He stayed safe. He stayed with me. And that was all that mattered. The jealousy started small. Then it grew. Then it ate me alive. I saw enemies everywhere. Every woman was a threat. Every smile was danger. Every word was a secret message. We went to the supermarket together. The cashier was young and pretty. She smiled at Timothy. "Have a nice day," she said. Timothy smiled back. Just a normal smile. A polite smile. But I saw something else. I saw her eyes. I saw how she looked at him. She wanted him. I knew it. "Why did she smile at you?" I asked in the car. Timothy looked confused. "Who?" he asked. "The cashier," I said. "She smiled at you in a special way." "She was just being polite," he said. But I did not believe him. Women know these things. Women have a sixth sense. I felt it in my bones. That girl wanted my husband. We did not go to that supermarket again. Then there was the woman at his office. Her name was Lisa. She was new. She sent Timothy an email at 8 at night. I saw the email on his phone. It said, "Can you check this report tomorrow? Thanks." A work email. A normal email. But why did she send it at night? Why not during work hours? I knew why. She wanted an excuse to contact him. She wanted him to think about her at night. "Who is Lisa?" I asked Timothy. "A new colleague?" he said. "She started last month." "Is she pretty?" I asked. Timothy looked at me. "I do not know," he said. "I never noticed." Lies, all lies. Men always notice. They just pretend they do not. I did not need proof of an affair. I did not need evidence. My fear was proof enough. My feelings were evidence enough. So I started to check. I started to search. I started to watch more carefully. Every night, Timothy fell asleep around 10. I waited until 11. Then I took his phone. I checked everything. I read his messages. I read his emails. I looked at his photos. I checked his call history. I saw every emoji he sent. I saw every like on Facebook. I studied every word, every letter, every space. Most things were innocent, but some things made me suspicious. He liked a photo from a woman at work. He sent a smiley face to his cousin. He wrote thanks to the coffee shop girl. Each thing was small, but together they were big. They were proof. Proof that he thought about other women. I checked his shirts every day. I smelled them. I looked for perfume. I looked for lipstick. I looked for hair. I found nothing. But that meant nothing. I wrote down the mileage on his car every morning. Then I checked it every night. If the numbers were wrong, I asked questions. "You drove 12 miles today," I said, "but work is only 10 miles away. Where did you go?" "I stopped for gas," he said. Or, "I took a different route." Or, "There was traffic." always excuses, always explanations, but I did not believe any of them. Timothy started to change at home. He became quiet, very quiet. He walked softly. He spoke carefully. He moved like a shadow. He did not look at his phone when I was near. He put it face down on the table. He kept it in his pocket. When it rang, he jumped. He looked nervous. "It is just work," he said quickly, too quickly. He sat on the sofa like a statue, stiff and cold. At dinner, he ate fast, very fast. Then he said, "I have work to do." He went to his study. He closed the door. I stood outside the door. I listened. Just silence. What was he doing in there? Who was he texting? Who was he thinking about? The silence made me crazy. The closed door made me angry. The secrets made me sick. I knocked on the door. "Are you okay?" I asked. "Yes," he said. "I am just working. Can I come in?" I asked. Silence. Then, "I need to concentrate." He did not want me there. He wanted to be alone. Away from me. This was proof. This was evidence. He was hiding something. He was planning something. He was thinking about someone. The more he pulled away, the more I was sure. The more careful he became, the more guilty he looked. So I watched more. I checked more. I asked more questions. I followed him more closely. I became a detective in my own home, a spy in my own marriage, a hunter tracking my own husband. But I did not see the truth. I did not see what I was doing. I did not see how I was killing us. I only saw phantoms, shadows, ghosts, women everywhere, danger everywhere, threats everywhere. And Timothy? He became a ghost too. A quiet ghost who walked carefully through our home. A scared ghost who said nothing. A dying ghost who stopped living. But I did not see this. I was too busy looking for enemies, too busy chasing shadows, too busy destroying everything I loved. Timothy started to lie to me. Small lies at first, little lies, white lies. "I have to work late tonight," he said. Overtime. But he was not at work. He was somewhere else. I know this because I called his office. The secretary said, "Mr. Timothy left at 6. But it was 7 now. Where was he? Who was he with? When he came home, I asked, "How was overtime?" "Tiring," he said. He did not look at me. I knew he lied. But I said nothing. Not yet. The next week, he did it again. "I have overtime," he said. This time, I checked his location on the phone. We shared our locations. For safety, for trust. The map showed a park, a small park near the river. He sat there in the parking lot, alone in his car. Why? Why would he sit in a dark parking lot? Why would he lie about work? There was only one answer. He was meeting someone, a woman. He parked there. Then she came. They went somewhere together. My heart broke into pieces. My hands shook. My eyes filled with tears. I imagined them together. I saw her in my mind. She was young and pretty. She wore a red dress. She smiled at him. She touched his hand. Timothy laughed with her. He talked with her. He looked happy, happier than he looked with me. They kissed. They held each other. They made plans to leave me. I cried in the bathroom. I cried so hard I could not breathe. I was the most unlucky woman in the world, the most pitiful wife. I gave him everything. I loved him with my whole heart, and this was how he repaid me. With lies, with secrets, with another woman. But I was wrong. So wrong. There was no woman. There was only Timothy, alone in his car, sitting in the dark, trying to breathe, trying to find peace. But I did not know this then. I only knew my fear, my pain, my imagination. Timothy came home that night. I looked at him with hate and hurt. Where were you really? I asked. At work, he said. Liar, I screamed. I checked. You were at the park. Who is she? Tell me her name. Timothy looked shocked. Then he looked tired. So tired. There is no one, he said. I just needed to think. Think about what? I asked. Think about her? No, he said. Think about nothing. Just sit. Just breathe. Why would someone sit in a dark parking lot to breathe? It made no sense. He was hiding something. He was protecting someone. He was lying to my face. From that day, our home became a prison. A cold prison made of silence and fear. Dinner was the worst time. We sat at the table. I made food. He ate it, but we did not talk. I watched him eat. I watched every bite. I watched his face. I watched his eyes. Timothy ate very fast. He did not taste the food. He just ate to finish. Then he stood up. I have work to do, he said, always the same words. He went to his study. He locked the door. I heard the click of the lock. It sounded like a prison door. I sat alone in the kitchen. The house got dark. My heart got hard. I wanted to scream. I wanted to break things. I wanted to hurt him like he hurt me. But I did nothing. I just sat there, alone. Timothy changed completely. He was not the happy man from 3 years ago. That man was dead. Now he was gray. His face was gray. His eyes were gray. His smile was gone. He walked like an old man, slow and careful. He spoke in whispers. He looked at the floor. At night, he slept far from me. He turned his back to me. He did not touch me. He did not hold me. We lived in the same house. We slept in the same bed. But we were strangers. Worse than strangers. We were enemies. I blamed him. He was the liar. He was the cheater. He was the one who destroyed us. But deep inside, in a place I did not want to look, I knew something else. I knew the truth. I was the one who pushed him away. I was the one who made him lie. I was the one who built this prison. But I could not admit this. I could not face this. So I blamed him more. I hated him more. I watched him more. The house was clean. The house was organized. The house was perfect. But inside, everything was dead. The love was dead. The trust was dead. The happiness was dead. We were two ghosts living in a beautiful grave, and I did not know how to stop it. I did not know how to fix it. I did not know how to save us. All I knew was fear. Fear of losing him. Fear of being alone, fear of the truth. So I held on tighter. I asked more questions. I checked more carefully. I loved harder, but my love was poison now. It killed everything it touched. It killed him. It killed me. It killed us. And still, I could not let go. I could not take it anymore. The fear ate me alive. I was losing him. I felt it every day, so I decided to act. I decided to fight back. I decided to strike first. Timothy mentioned a woman at work. Her name was Rachel. She was his project manager. He talked about her sometimes. Rachel said this. Rachel wants that. Always, Rachel. I found her number in Timothy's phone. I wrote it down. I waited until he left for work. Then I called her. The phone rang 3 times. Then she answered. Hello? Her voice was young, confident, pretty. I hated her immediately. This is Sapphire, I said. Timothy's wife. Silence. Then, oh, hello. Is everything okay? No, I said. Everything is not okay. I know about you and my husband. What? She said. She sounded confused. I do not understand. Stay away from Timothy, I said. My voice was cold, hard. He is my husband. He belongs to me. Stop calling him. Stop emailing him. Stay away. Mrs. Sterling, I think there is a misunderstanding, she said. Timothy and I just work together. That is all. Liar, I said. I know the truth. If you contact him again, I will make your life very difficult. I hung up. My hands shook. But I felt powerful. I protected my marriage. I protected my husband, but I was not done. Fear pushed me further. I drove to Timothy's office. I walked into the building. I went straight to his floor. People looked at me, they whispered. I did not care. I found Timothy's desk. He was not there. His boss was nearby, a man in a gray suit. Where is Timothy? I asked. He is in a meeting, the boss said. Can I help you? My voice was loud. You can tell me about Rachel. Is she sleeping with my husband? The office went silent. Everyone stopped working. Everyone looked at me. The boss looked shocked. Ma'am, please calm down. This is not appropriate. I want the truth, I shouted. Is my husband having an affair in this office? Security came. They escorted me out. I screamed the whole time. I know the truth. You cannot hide it from me. They put me outside. They locked the doors. I stood on the street. People stared at me. I did not care. I did this for love. I did this to save my marriage. Timothy came home 2 hours later. I heard his car. I heard the door open. I waited in the living room. I was ready for him to apologize, ready for him to beg forgiveness, ready for him to swear his love. But Timothy did not apologize. Timothy did not beg. Timothy did not swear anything. Timothy was furious. More furious than I ever saw him. His face was red. His hands were fists. His eyes were fire. What did you do? He shouted. What did you do? I stood up. I protected us. I said, I warned that woman. I told her to stay away. You called Rachel? He said. You went to my office? You made a scene in front of my boss? Yes, I said. Because I love you. Because I know the truth. The truth? Timothy laughed. It was a terrible laugh, a broken laugh. You do not know anything. You only know your fear, your jealousy, your sickness. I am not sick, I screamed. You are the liar. You are the cheater. I never cheated, Timothy shouted back. Never, not once. There is no other woman. There never was. Liar, I said. Tell me her name. Who is she? Is it Rachel? Is it someone else? Just tell me. Timothy stopped shouting. He looked at me. His eyes changed. They filled with something I never saw before. Not love, not hate, fear. He was afraid of me. You checked my phone, he said. His voice was quiet now. Tired? You called my colleagues? You came to my office? You accused me in front of everyone. Because I love you, I said. My voice broke. Because I am afraid to lose you. You already lost me, Timothy said. You lost me months ago. You suffocated me. You drowned me. You killed everything I felt for you. No, I whispered. No, that is not true. It is true, he said. He smiled, but it was the saddest smile I ever saw. There is no other woman, Sapphire. There never was. The only person destroying us is you. The words hit me like stones. Each word hurt. Each word broke something inside me. I did everything for you, I said. I started to cry. I loved you. I took care of you. I protected you. You imprisoned me, Timothy said. You controlled me. You watched me like a criminal. This is not love. This is obsession. No, I said. No, I just love you too much. There is no such thing as loving too much, Timothy said. But there is such thing as loving wrong. And you loved me wrong. I fell to my knees. I cried. I begged. Please, I will change. I will be better. Just stay. Please stay. But Timothy did not stay. He walked past me. He went upstairs. I heard him moving around. He was packing. He was leaving. He was going. And I could do nothing to stop him. Timothy packed his bags fast. Very fast. He did not talk much. I sat on the bed. I watched him. I could not move. He took his shirts. The shirts I ironed every morning. He put them in his suitcase. He took his shoes, his books, his watch, everything. Where will you go? I asked. To a hotel, he said. Then I will find an apartment. Are you going to her? I asked. Timothy stopped. He looked at me. There is no one else, he said. I am leaving to breathe again. He closed his suitcase. He walked to the door. I ran after him. Please do not go. I love you. Timothy stopped. He looked at me one last time. I loved you too, he said, but I cannot breathe here. Then he left. The door closed behind him. The sound was so loud, louder than anything. It was the sound of the end. I stood alone in the house. The house was clean. The house was perfect, but the house was empty. I needed to find proof of the affair, proof that I was right. I opened his computer. I read his emails. Nothing, just work emails. I checked his phone records. Nothing, no secret numbers. I looked at our bank statements. Nothing, just normal expenses. I read his old messages to me. Are you tired? He wrote. Do you need anything? He wrote. Shall I buy medicine for you? Every message was kind. Every message was love. There was no affair. There was no other woman. There never was. The enemy was inside me. Inside my heart. My fear, my jealousy, my need to control. I killed my own marriage. I pushed him away. I destroyed everything. I walked to the bedroom. I saw his empty closet. I fell to the floor. I pulled out his old shirts. I held them. I cried. I won. I controlled everything. I watched everything. No woman took him from me, but my kingdom was empty now. I had no one to love, no one to hold. Jealousy did not save my love. It killed it. It destroyed everything. Now I was alone. The queen of an empty kingdom. The house was perfect, but I was broken. Love is not control. Love is not fear. Love is freedom. Love is trust. But I learned this too late. Timothy was gone. My love was dead. My marriage was finished. I sat in the dark, alone, forever alone. This was my punishment. This was my end. We have reached the last line of today's story. Before you go, can I ask a small favor? If you enjoyed this video, please click like so more people can find it. Share it with a friend who is learning English and loves emotional stories. And don't forget to subscribe to Caviko English Storytime. Your one click helps the channel grow stronger and stay alive. When you subscribe and ring the bell, new stories will come directly to you. Thank you for spending your precious time here with me.